Hey dearies, welcome back. How's school going for you? I hope your teachers aren't
Evil monsters in disguise.
because some teachers are so evil they ate their students. So be careful you don't get eaten. If you're a good student and want to pass your tests, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn the bell on right now. Trust me, I'll protect you. We all have a favorite teacher in school, right? Which class does your favorite teacher teach? Mine was math. I know I'm a nerd. Laugh it up, guys. But in this one middle school, there was a super evil math teacher that did horrible things to her students. Let's watch till the end and talk about it after.
This teacher is the absolute worst. At this one middle school, in math class one year, there was this very awful teacher. She would scream at her students, refuse to answer any questions, and she would act very aggressive at very small things, kind of like she had anger issues.
I always wonder why people like this even teach. Just work at like a jail or something, I don't know.
Well, one day in this math class, they were going over the answers to a math packet. And one girl in this class, let's call her Tina, flipped to the next page a little too early. Well, somehow, from all the way across the room, the teacher noticed this and she stormed over. Are you in a rush, Tina? Because if so, you can take your stuff and you can leave. She smacked her hand on Tina's desk and Tina was horrified. She started packing her stuff, getting ready to leave.
Such a rude teacher, bro.
Well, apparently Tina wasn't fast enough because the teacher grabbed her by the arm, shoved her out of the classroom into the hallway, and slammed the door. And stay out there! After class, her friends found Tina crying in the hallway. And so, when they got to the next class, which was PE, they told one of the coaches, and the coach did not like to hear this. You said, what happened? All right, will you guys just hang out here, okay? I'll be back. After PE, everybody that was in that math class was brought into the dean's office, and one by one they were questioned. And just before Thanksgiving break, that horrible, awful teacher was fired. That's karma for you.
Gym teachers are usually goated, honestly, because they're so chill. But sometimes too chill. My old gym teacher told us to run laps, but he sat down and started running laps on his phone in Subway Surfers. I'm really glad this evil math teacher got fired, because why did she even get mad in the first place? She got mad because the girl was finishing her work quickly. What a weird teacher. I really hope your teachers are nice to you, dearies, because I know you're super smart and finish tests really quickly. This next story is about a creepy teacher in the faraway world of Indonesia. Do you live in Indonesia? Well, this one teacher was actually like a demon or something, so I hope you stay safe if you live there. She was named the Floating Teacher. Watch till the end. Don't get spooked.
It happened in Indonesia. A group of college students, a night class. The lecture started like any other. A woman entered. She looked like a teacher, calm, composed, wearing a long batik skirt. She spoke clearly, wrote on the board, taught for over an hour. No one questioned it. Until after class, someone asked the school who the guest lecturer was, but the school said no one was scheduled, no one had come.
And that is exactly when I pack my bags, drop out of school, and start working at a bakery. Permanently traumatized from school.
The students laughed at first, but one had recorded the class, just for fun. They watched the video together and noticed something wrong. The woman's feet weren't touching the floor. She was floating, just slightly, a few inches above the ground. No footsteps, no sound, just a low hum on the audio. Some said it was fake, low resolution, bad lighting.
We call that coping hard for real. Y'all met a ghost, just admit it and start calling the Ghostbusters.
A trick of perspective, but others believed. They named her the Floating Teacher. The video spread. People still argue about it online. Was she real? A ghost? A warning? No one knows. The video was deleted, or hidden, or lost. But some students still remember her calm voice, her silent steps, and how she smiled when she saw the camera pointing at her.
All right, dearies, so just hear me out. She didn't hurt anyone, she taught her class the lesson, and she was smiling the whole time. Sounds like she did nothing wrong, honestly. So, why are we scared of her? Maybe she's just a good ghost teacher who misses the one thing she loves doing. Teaching. Apparently this is the image of the teacher floating. But let's be real. There would be no one in that classroom if that teacher started floating. Bro, if my teacher starts even levitating, I'm out of there and back in McDonald's to put the fries in the bag. I looked it up though, and it turns out the story was a hoax. Take a look at this. Someone named Nini researched it, and then wrote a whole article about how hoaxes spread and why these things happen. So my Indonesian friends, you're safe. Do you guys know what asthma is? It's a super serious medical condition that makes it hard for people to breathe, so they need to use an item called an inhaler to breathe properly. It's super important, and if they don't get it, they can die. But this one teacher is so, let's say, uninformed that she just took it away, evil, or just plain dumb. Let's watch together.
Her teacher took her inhaler. This girl had asthma. She kept her inhaler in her hoodie pocket always. Well, one day a teacher sees her pull it out and goes, "Put that away, no distractions. But it's my inhaler. Then use it before or after class."
Huh? Girl, that is not how inhalers work. This ain't a snack.
It's survival.
"Give me it," takes the inhaler. She sits there, silent. 2 minutes later, she starts wheezing. It gets worse. She's having trouble breathing now. Yo, she can't breathe. Very funny, cut it out. She thinks she's faking it. Now the girl's on the floor, she's shaking and she can't breathe at all. Teacher still thinks she's faking it. Somebody runs to the hallway and grabs another teacher. Teacher comes in, takes one look and yells, "Where's her inhaler?" Kid points to the desk. "But she's faking it, right?" "Give me that. Here." She uses it. Finally, some relief. The principal gets called. That first teacher was essentially suspended for a week. She had mandatory training, and she never lived it down. To the point where she didn't come back to teach the next year. Yeah, who in the world would do this?
A week suspension ain't even good enough, man. If no one came in, that kid would have died. Oh my gosh. You expect teachers to be smart, right? So where'd they get this clown from? The circus? But dearies, if you're being mistreated, don't just sit there and let it happen. Like this girl would rather die than take back her inhaler? No. Grab it and leave. Be sure to stand up for yourself if anyone's mistreating you, whether it's an adult or a school bully. Heck, even if the school pet hamster is bullying you, show it who's boss. I'm just kidding about that part. Please don't do that. How about we get positive for once, since you're all such positive people? Who is your favorite teacher? We've all got that one really nice teacher who's cool and chill, and they make it easier to learn. Mine used to be my math teacher because he was very nice. And even when I didn't know the answer, he didn't laugh at me like my French teacher did. Yup, dearies. My French teacher was really mean. Let's watch this video about the cool teacher. Maybe you can relate?
You're late. Nah, I'm gonna shit. Come on, guys. Who wrote this on the board? You, Johnny? Nah, it's not you. It's good handwriting. This is better than your handwriting. So what's the homework due, mister? Turn it in whenever you want. I don't give a shit. I don't have to. As long as you turn it in. Can I use the bathroom? Yeah, I mean, somebody just went, but don't worry about it. Go. Hey, look at this guy. Hey, he got a little too lit last night, right?
School should be a fun environment like that. Is your school fun? Let me know in the comments below if you have the best school or the worst school. Up next is the creepy teacher from the meme state, Ohio. Is Ohio even real? I swear every day I hear about some of the weirdest things going on in Ohio. One time I read about a guy mowing his lawn in the middle of a tornado. Like, sir, if the sky is flipping upside down, maybe the grass can wait. And then another time, apparently somebody was driving around with a full-grown cow just chilling in the passenger seat like it was going on a road trip. Imagine pulling up to Starbucks like, "Hi, can I get a Frappuccino?" And the cow's like, "Moo, make it two." If you live in Ohio, let me know if it's a weird place, and please, tell me how you're surviving there.
In 1995, Ridgefield, Ohio, became the center of a chilling mystery when students from Mrs. Holloway's history class began to disappear. Known for her charming smile and quiet demeanor, Mrs. Holloway seemed perfectly ordinary, yet whispers of the strange occurrences in her classroom grew louder. Students claimed to witness eerie rituals involving candles and strange symbols drawn on the floor. The atmosphere around her class shifted dramatically, making even the bravest students wary. Emily, a curious student, decided to uncover the truth.
You could even say she found out the dark truth. But for real, that would be totally me. I love solving mysteries.
Staying late one day, she overheard chanting and crept to the classroom door. Peering inside, she saw Mrs. Holloway, flanked by a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. The teacher pointed ominously to a desk belonging to a missing student, uttering the words, "This one will do." The next morning, panic ensued as Ridgefield Middle School was placed on lockdown. Police investigations revealed bizarre carvings on desks and unsettling drawings of the missing children.
This kind of reminds me of that movie Weapons. Have you seen Weapons? You should watch it.
Yet Mrs. Holloway had vanished without a trace. The school was ultimately closed, but the locals claim that at night, whispers can still be heard from the empty building, fueling the belief that Mrs. Holloway may still be lurking, searching for her next victim.
Maybe you're her next victim. Nah, don't worry, I'll protect you. So I looked it up and turns out there is no Ridgefield Middle School in Ohio. There's Ridgeview and Ridgewood, but no Ridgefield. It never existed either, because there's usually some news articles when a school shuts down, but I guess it's a fun, spooky story. You know when you get a substitute teacher and they can't pronounce your name right? Is it Adorkable? No, sir, it's Adorkable. At the table? It's freaking adorkable. Avocado bowl? Bro, that's not even close. Accordion cable? Ugh, sure, it's accordion cable now. Well, this next teacher gave their students some crazy names. Let's see what they were.
In 1981, a teacher had an unusual habit. He never called his students by their real names. Instead, he assigned them labels based on their future potential. Potential murderer, he called, and Callum raised his hand. Potential burglar, another boy responded. Potential cannibal, Joshua hesitated before lifting his hand. The students found it strange, but amusing. A dark joke they played along with. But later that day, Callum approached Joshua with a smirk. "Come over for dinner," he said.
Now, if this boy was smart, he'd call the cops right there. But he's probably gonna go for the free food.
"I've got something special planned." That evening, Joshua felt a strange mix of curiosity and unease about the meal, its taste unlike anything he'd had before. He quickly dismissed the feeling as they shared stories and laughter. But as he walked home, a growing dread lingered, long after the meal had ended. The next morning, as roll call began, the teacher went through the usual routine. Potential burglar, Brian raised his hand. When the teacher reached Callum's name, he paused and simply said, "Callum."
That's so creepy, guys. I wonder why he did that.
The teacher moved on. "Next one, Joshua," he said. Unbeknownst to Joshua, the night before, Callum had followed a homeless man into a secluded area, lured him in with the promise of help, and ended his life. Callum dismembered the body and brought the parts home. The boys were now not just potentials, but a real cannibal and murderer.
Ugh, that's so gross and scary. I hope that teacher went to jail, and I hope that student did too. If a teacher called me weird names based on my potential, it'd probably be like future detective or future nap champion. Trust me, I'm a professional napper. What would be your future potential name? This was actually a story someone made up on Reddit, so yeah, don't worry, you'll be fine. Do you ever show up late for class? Well, try not to next time, or you'll end up falling into a different creepy world. You gotta watch this till the end so it doesn't happen to you.
If you are ever late to class and step into a room where only one unfamiliar face waits, leave immediately. You are no longer in your school. The moment you crossed the threshold, something shifted and now, you need to escape. The hallways will look familiar at first. That's the trap. Forget everything you remember about this place. Your memory will only lead you in circles. If you hear the sound of laughter or a teacher's voice echoing from a nearby room, walk the opposite direction. Those aren't students. They read bait.
He meant they're bait, like a trap. That's so creepy. If this ever happened to me, I'd scream and cry in my head, but I'd find a way out.
If a teacher appears and tells you to return to class, look closely. If they have no face, run. Do not look back. Do not speak. If you pass lockers and catch a rotting smell coming from one of them, don't investigate. Whatever is in there is not for your eyes.
That would be hard to resist, being a detective and all.
If you are ever late to class and step into a room where only one unfamiliar face waits, leave immediately. You are no longer in your school. The moment you crossed the threshold, something shifted and now, you need to escape. The hallways will look familiar at first. That's the trap. Forget everything you remember about this place. Your memory will only lead you in circles. If you hear the sound of laughter—
Got it, dearies? Next time you show up late for class, pray this doesn't happen to you. And if it does, well, now you know how to escape. Next, let's talk about a creepy substitute teacher that was teaching bad things to the class. Let's see what she was teaching. We have to watch till the end to stay safe.
Jesus.
No, that ain't happening. If someone squeezes my neck, I'm gonna karate chop them to the floor. Make sure to defend yourselves, dearies.
All the kids became afraid of her, and a group of brave students managed to sneak out of the class and go to the principal's office and tell them about the substitute. The principal came to the classroom not long after, and when he saw the drawings of dead people, he tried to get the substitute out of the classroom, but she refused. The principal then grabbed the substitute and tried to pull her out of the classroom, but then she started to bite his face and then took a big chunk off of his cheek. After this, the principal called for backup, and the substitute was dragged out of the classroom by multiple people.
Was this substitute possessed or something? Because why is she so strong?
A few days later, all the kids' parents were called into the school for a meeting, and the school then explained that the substitute teacher was a psychopath and that she should have never been hired in the first place. Luckily, none of the students were hurt from this teacher, but sadly, the principal got his face bitten off.
I feel bad for that principal. I hope he got his face fixed and went on to live a happy life. Now, dearies, let me know in the comments below which story scares you the most. And if you want to see me dive into more spooky stories, be sure to subscribe with the bell on and like the video. It really helps. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Toodles!